everybody, John from Retired Rider. Hope you all are doing well. Do you carry? Do you carry when you ride your motorcycle? Do you carry when you go on trips? Just a local ride? Or do you carry just anywhere you go? I always carry a firearm, no matter where I go. As long as it's lawful, I carry a firearm. I will not take any trip locally, long distance, anywhere I go without carrying a firearm. It just gives me a sense of security. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that don't believe in carrying weapons and don't carry guns and just don't believe in guns in general. But I also know that there's a lot of us out there that do. I don't carry a weapon to intimidate anybody or to scare anybody. That's not why I carry. I carry to protect my wife and me from whoever or whomever might decide to do anything bad to us. You know, you're vulnerable in this world today. I mean, there's a lot of crime in different states. Some states not so much, but there's some states you go into where crime is rampant. And even in the woods, even in the mountains, even if you're riding in the mountains, I mean, you don't know who's going to come up on you. There's been a few times that we've been up in the mountains and we pulled off to the side of the road to look at the view or anything like that. We'd be in an area where it's secluded, and there's really nobody there but us in a car, or we'd pull up right behind our motorcycle and sit there. And that always gives me pause. I wonder about that. Now, are they up to no good? Every time it's happened to me, no, I ain't had an issue. But there could be just that one time when you're out there in the middle of nowhere riding, and that person, whoever it might be up to no good. Now, we've been fortunate enough that I've never had to use my weapon or draw my weapon on anybody. Nobody's ever approached us. But I still feel safer carrying a firearm when I'm on a ride. I don't just carry a firearm when I ride my motorcycle. I carry a firearm when I drive my truck. There's always one in every vehicle. I mean, here in Ohio, we don't have what you would say rampant crime. There's crime everywhere. This I know. There's crime in every city, but there's cities and states where it's more prevalent than others. And here in Ohio, we have constitutional carry, which is great. And I think it's a great thing that they did that. But I also think it's a good thing to send people to classes, especially for people that's never used a firearm in their life. I grew up around motorcycles and firearms. I mean, that's been my life. So I was taught from very young how to use a firearm, and I was taught from very young how to ride a motorcycle. So, but yeah, leave it down in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about carrying as you go on your trips on your motorcycle. Who knows? You know, like I said, being in that secluded area up in the mountains, who knows what can happen? There's bad people everywhere, but yes, there are good people everywhere too. But there is that bad element where you don't know what could happen. It's always best to be prepared. Now, sometimes I carry my firearm on my side, sometimes I carry it in the saddlebag, but it's either one place or another. I'll give you a perfect example of what freaked me out one day. We're out riding. We are heading to a little place up in Indiana, and we stopped at a store. We got something to drink, pulled the bike next on the side of the building, and I don't know, something just came to me. I didn't have my firearm on my side. I had it in the saddlebag, and something said, "Put your gun on." And I thought, well, you know, it just came to me, put your gun on. So I did. I put it on, and the wife's like, what's going on? I said, well, I just had a real strange feeling that I need to put my firearm on. And she goes, okay. So we're standing there, we're drinking, just taking a little break. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, there's at least 15 motorcycles that came and surrounded my motorcycle. Now, I didn't know none of these people. None of them. Surrounded my motorcycle. And I'm not saying these were bad people, but this will freak you out now. Surrounded my motorcycle to where I couldn't even get out. So we stayed there for a few minutes. We finished our drink. They're doing whatever and bantering back and forth and screaming at each other and doing their thing, which I have no problem with. And I'm thinking, what am I going to do here? You know, this is a big group. They've surrounded me. I'm stuck here. I can't get out. So I just said to the wife, just slowly move to the motorcycle, which she did. And I got on, she got on, and I fired it up. And nobody moved in that group. And yeah, at this point I'm thinking, what's going on here? I mean, this is really disrespectful. And I've never been disrespected like that by a group of bikers in my life. I've never been disrespected like that. And it really bothered me. It kind of put me on edge. But again, I did have my firearm on. But, you know, 15 bikes, 15 riders, what are you going to do? So I started to back my bike up because it was against the curb. I started to back my bike up, and they're sitting on their bikes and they're still not moving. So I gave it a little rev. And there was this lady passenger on the bike not too far from me. And she suddenly yells out, "Hey, everybody move." And they're just still talking and everything. And she really, really gets nasty with them and says, "Hey, these people want to get out. Everybody move." So they started to move. Seemed like reluctant. They didn't really want to. And they started to move. So I backed up, started to head forward. Then 2 more bikes came in front of us. And she said, She said, "These people are leaving. Out of the way." So they pushed their bikes back, or rolled their bikes back, and we left. Now, was anything going to happen? Probably not. But hey, who knows? But I give much respect for that lady, and I told her as I was leaving, I said, "Thank you, I appreciate it." And I think she knew that we felt intimidated. And I'm really not an easy person to intimidate. You can't intimidate me. I'm pretty, I don't get intimidated easy. But when you have 15 bikes surrounding you, people that you don't know, never seen before, that can be a little bit intimidating. Anyway, she made a move, and we got out of there without any kind of incident or anything like that. But I had this gut feeling that there was going to be an incident there for a while, especially. I had a gut feeling that, I'm going to do whatever I have to do to protect my wife. And that's not because I'm saying that bikers are bad people, because I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. But there is bad people in every group. There's bad people in the biker community. There's bad people everywhere, in every fraction of life, if that makes any sense. So we did get out of there, and I did. When I had my gun on my side, when I put it on my side when we were standing there, and I thought, well, I need to put my gun on. I did make sure it was noticeable and you could see it. Now, I wasn't trying to use it to intimidate anybody or to incite anything. I was just letting them know, hey, if there's anything going to go on here, I'm willing to defend myself. And, just let that be known. But thanks to the lady passenger on the one bike, she took control of the situation. She seen what was going on. She wasn't happy with it. She wasn't having it. And we got out of there and everything was fine. So that's just one situation that I've been in. And I've been in other situations through the years, because I've been carrying a firearm with me since I've been a kid. I mean, well, old enough to carry. And I've had situations where, I felt like, put your gun on, if it was in the glove box or if it was in the bike or whatever, and I've done it. Now, nothing really has happened except for that incident with those 15 bikers. So I really don't know why I had those feelings, but maybe something was about to happen. Who knows? Who knows? But I feel a lot safer in my car, in my house, on my motorcycle, especially on my motorcycle, to have my firearm with me. There's nothing to protect you here when you're on your bike, you know. And if you're out in the woods or you're out in the mountains and you're out somewhere deep in there and deep back roads and somebody comes up on you, I mean, you can't even find cover, and you can't find cover on the bike. You got to have something to protect you. And that's what I do to protect me. I hope to God I never, ever have to pull a weapon on anybody. But if there's a situation where I have to, I will. I'll do everything I can to protect my wife and myself. So let me know. Not a long video, but let me know. Do you carry? Do you carry when you ride? Does it, you know, is it something that you always make sure you have? Now, there's times have forgotten my firearm. And then when I get out, I'm thinking, oh my God, I forgot my firearm. I just feel so much better and so much safer having it. So let me know how you guys feel about that. Do you carry while you ride? Do you carry at all? Or do you even own a weapon? Or do you think it's necessary? I do. I think that we all have a responsibility for ourselves, and we all should be responsible with a firearm if we do carry. Absolutely, be responsible. But we are responsible at the end of the day for our own security and safety. You know, the police are out there, and that's great. The sheriffs are out there, and that's great. And that's all wonderful. But they're not going to be there all the time. You know, I call them the cleanup crew. It's usually, they're there when everything goes down. So at the end of the day, I still want to be standing if somebody happens to get crazy on me or my wife. And crazy's out there, and crazy happens. So I want to be prepared. How do you feel? Like I said, leave it down in the comment section. Let me know how you feel. Let me know if you carry. Let me know if you don't. Let me know if you like firearms or don't like firearms. Just let me know how you feel about it. Anyway, y'all be safe. We'll see you on the next one. Take care now.